Okay, let's say, for example, you want to have an interactive spreadsheet, a spreadsheet where you'll receive input, perhaps from sales representatives, and they can instantly uh, record a sales or the sales for the day, and it goes into your spreadsheet automatically and creates a chart. Now, how would we do that? Well, first we would go to our Google Suite and open Forms. Now we can create a new form. And here we're going to put a description of this form, which would be daily sales. Okay, so that would be the daily sales. Now, as far as the question or the form that they would fill in, it has here first untitled question, as you see here. We can click on that and let's say sales or quantity of sales. Okay, and then you notice it's set on short answer text. You have different selections. You can have a paragraph if there's more of an explanation, multiple choice, check boxes, drop down. But in this case, all we're looking at this point is a short answer. And the reason why is we're going to be looking for a number. We'll want them to fill in their number. When they fill it in, it will go directly into our spreadsheet and be tabulated. Okay, so that looks good. That's actually all we really need here. And we want to have this where there's something required, some kind of figure put in there. So we'll click on that. Okay, good. Now we go to responses, and here is where we can attach the spreadsheet. So we click on that little sheet, and here it gives us a choice. Select an existing spreadsheet, one that we may be already working with, or we want to create a new spreadsheet, and that's what we're doing here. So we would create a new one. We click create. The sheet that's been created. And you can see your form is here on the tab in the bottom. Now, I would like to change this heading a little bit. Instead of timestamp, I'm going to change that to day and time. Okay, and then here, quantity of sales is fine. Here we have it there. Now, we insert a chart. So, insert chart. We have a chart here somewhere. There we go. Okay, so there's the chart. Okay, you notice there's no data yet. But what I want to do here is make sure that our heading and column are correct. Okay, so we want to use column A as our labels, and we do want to use row 1 as our headers. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm going to click on that and that. And I just want to double check here. I have A1 to B2. Well, what I would like to do is go 30 down for the month. Let's just make that 31, actually. Oops, 31. Okay, so A1 to B31. Click on this little data range here, icon. And here you can see it, A1 to B31. Okay, hit OK. All right, there's still no data here, of course. All right. Now let's just close the chart editor. And in this case, I'd like to send this chart on its own. So let's go to move to own sheet. Okay, so I want to put that in its own sheet so we can do some work with it. Okay, so now let's go back to our form. Send this form by email. And so you could fill in the email here. Once you fill in the email of the person that you're sending it to, perhaps there's a person out in the field who is making sales and needs to fill in that form, then you would hit send. Now, once that's done, the person would receive an email just like this one, and they could click here on fill out form. They fill in 12 for their quantity of sales for that day, and then they click submit. So here we would see how it would turn out as far as the chart is concerned. Here we would see those 12 sales there in the chart. Now, let's do something here just to show you what I mean. I'm going to open up that email on my cell phone. And here, let me fill in another quantity. You see? So now this time I put 14 in. Or if I want to submit another quantity, there's 18. So I'm doing this remotely from wherever I might be via my cell phone, and it's going directly into this spreadsheet. And you'll notice that we have the day and the time that's showing up in the chart. And of course, you can do more to make this chart a little fancier. For example, you can click edit the chart. And let's say you want to customize it a little bit. We can go to chart style and make it 3D. See, that looks a little more interesting. I'll click off that editor. So let's say I'm going to enter in maybe a couple more. We're going to put, let's see, 23. Okay, so we enter that. And let's try 19. There. But let's go to edit chart, and here we'd go to customize. You see where it has series? Click on series, and then you go to data labels. And see, now you have the numbers that are popping up. See, and that way it makes it a little easier to figure out the quantities.